Hello, everyone. I'm Bill, and welcome to Bill's Odds and Ends. If this is your first time here, be sure and subscribe and click on that bell icon to be notified of all of my new videos. Also, give this video a thumbs up as it really helps the channel out. And now, on with the video.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That one I
And I thought he was going to pick him up. Excuse me.
Oh yeah. Look at that tiny. It's only cat. Versus what in the world does that? And that one is pulling a movie.
He's fine. Thank you. This is so cool. Oh, wow. And a lake door. Oh my God. This is like my bonsai tree at work, kind of.
Hey.
Of course, this is all stuff people do out of their head.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Caution sign.
That is so cool.
That's amazing. Oh.
I can over there. Yeah. Can you find a girl fishing? Oh, I can. Can you find a girl fishing? Yeah, right there. All right. Can you find
Oh, Aaron yesterday wanted me to tell you why. Yeah, she does jackets to do
class of 19?
Well, I know, but they don't actually even want us to touch it.
Darn steak.
So tempting, though.
I know, right?
last time. They didn't have the luxury of going to Kroger and buying anything that
Wow, cool.
Today we're going to talk about my favorite subject. We're going to talk about birds of prey. Now you realize, of course, that when I say bird of prey, I do not mean they go to church on Sunday. It's a bad joke and you laughed at it. Bird of prey as in a predator, superbly forged by nature to kill and eat small, cute animals. Okay, that sounds bad too. Basically true though. It does not make them a bad guy, it just makes them a predator. And people have thought that birds of prey have been cool for thousands of years, and maybe today we'll figure out why. That's my girl. Oh, she's got to poop first. Fire! Good job. That's a pretty good one. Although, on a good day, she'd go about 6 feet. Hawks shoot their poop. We'll talk more about poop in a minute. Let's get to the basics first. This, my friends, is a red-tailed hawk. Her name is Rose, but she doesn't know it. Now, this sounds like a joke, but you know what? That's actually kind of an important point. Because let's face it, people are really weird about animals, right? We have a tendency to be anthropomorphic. Do you know what that means? It's gonna be on the test. No, just kidding, sorry. No, anthro means human, right? You've all heard of anthropology, the study of ancient human life. Dig up a skull, look, Australopithecus, our cousin. That's anthropology because anthro means human. So when we're being anthropomorphic, that means we look at an animal and we think it's like a little person with feathers, right? I talk to little kids all the time and they always want to wave at the bird. Hi, Rose! They think they're being friendly. Is that friendly to a person? Yes. Is it friendly to a bird? No, it's horrifying, right? But it's not just kids. Grown-ups come up to me all the time. They look at the bird. Oh, she's so proud. She's so majestic. Oh, look, she likes me. Yeah, no, she doesn't. It's a hawk. They don't think like that at all. So if you really want to understand how cool this bird is, we don't want to think of her like a little person with feathers. Obviously, she's not. Now, folks, I'm not telling you that animals don't have emotions. They obviously do have emotions. They show fear. They protect their young. You ever see a chimpanzee mother hold her baby? Obviously love, no doubt about it. But they're not going to think of the world the same way that we do. So if you really want to understand how cool this bird is, we want to look at those individual characteristics for survival, and there's a name for those. Those are called adaptations. It's a big word, but it's an easy word, because an adaptation is basically anything you can think of that helps a plant or an animal survive. You guys are alive, most of you. you have adaptations. We have lose your old feathers and grow new ones in, and that's when they get the red ones, and that's what they get every year after that, the red ones. And that's the only reason I know the Rose is 7. If I met her right now, I couldn't tell you, because she has her adult plumage. She's obviously an adult. I could tell that Jack was a first-year bird when I met him with stark brown tail feathers, and then when he died, he was 32.
Wow.
When I first started working with Jack, I was skinny with dark brown hair. And when he died, he looked almost exactly the same, and I looked like Santa Claus. That's not fair at all. So Rose was injured in the wild. She's not going to fly tonight, but I would like to feed her. You guys want to see the hawk eat? All right. Yeah. I'm going to feed Rose her favorite snack, which of course is a dead mouse. Now, if you don't want to watch a hawk eat a dead mouse, then don't watch. I don't care. But no yelling and screaming. Even Rose the Wonder Hawk might get scared. Think she knows? She's got eyes like a hawk. Yes, I've got a dead mouse in my pocket. You never know when you're going to need one. I buy these by the pound frozen, but it's thawed out now. Well, it thaws out pretty quick in your pocket on a day like today. So, who would like to see the hawk eat the dead mouse? Who does not want to see the hawk eat the dead mouse? Too bad. Close your eyes. Everybody's got to eat. Here you go, baby. She's got the dead mouse. Oh, you really? Normally, she rips those up into bite-sized pieces, much more graphic. But today, down the hatch, the tail goes down last. They call that beak floss. For you all, I'm not making this up. All the bird books say that, but it sounds more like this. That's not it. There we go. Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you all? And that's a barred owl, B-A-R-R-E-D, barred like stripes, and that's the bird I want you guys to meet. Now, my barred owl is only about a year old, and sometimes he's very enthusiastic about coming out of the box. So just relax. Hey, buddy, you want to come out? Well, that was very gentle. Oh, good boy. Sometimes he's like, here I come, Dad. That beautiful bird. This, my friends, is the barred owl, and that's barred as in stripes. There is such thing as a barn owl. This is an old barn. That's a completely different species. They don't look like this. They don't have the same kind of habitat as this, and they don't hoo. They actually make a screeching call. The barred owl is found here in Indiana. It's a pretty common species. They live in the woods. They like to be in creeks and streams. But I live right in Pike Township. The little woods behind my house, I've had barred owls right there, right by the school. So they don't mind living on people either, as long as they've got the woodlands and the creeks and streams. All right.
Isn't she pretty?
This, my friends, is a Harris hawk. These guys, that's really straight up there. These guys are not native to Indiana. It's a desert and scrubland bird from the Southwest. So you went down to Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Central and South America. You can see a Harris hawk sitting on a cactus down there. Not only is she a different color than a red-tailed hawk, she's a different design. She's got those long, skinny legs. When you got long, skinny legs, well, when you're living in a desert scrubland area, all your prey is trying to head for that cover. So those long legs allow her to get in there and do that. She's also got an extra long tail. The tail is a bird's rudder, so that allows her to turn quicker and more agile than, say, a red-tailed hawk. Red-tailed hawks crash in like an anvil. This bird is zipping around trees or cacti. Come on. Go. By the way, you guys have Cooper's hawks in your backyard? You ever seen a Cooper's hawk? Who has a bird feeder? You know, the quick little agile bird that kills the birds at your bird feeder? That's a Cooper's hawk. And by the way, you can't complain about that because, you know, it's a bird feeder. But more importantly, go on. More importantly, predators kill the old, the sick, the weak, and the stupid, and bird feeders are a great place to spread disease if you're not careful. So you definitely want predators to be there to do that. Because the Cooper's hawk and the Harris hawk, they're not in the same genus, and Harris hawks have broader wings, but they both have the long legs and the long tail for agility in catching things close to the ground. Harris hawks are uniquely social. They're the only bird of prey that hunt like a pack of wolves. Can you imagine that? This 2-pound bird might go after a 10-pound jackrabbit. She could be there by herself, the whole family would help her. It'd be like wolves going after a moose or a caribou. And it's the only bird of prey that does that. And it's also why it can get away with this. Mesa was not imprinted. She's not raised by people. She was raised by her own parents, but in captivity. So I got her when she was less than a year old. And she very quickly realized that, oh, okay, you're not a hawk, but we are working together. We are being cooperative. And she's evolutionarily predisposed to working cooperative like that. And they're the only bird of prey that does that. Hey, pretty good, go on. For instance, now that I can hide from her, she usually goes to a place where she can try to find me. See right where you are, okay? As soon as I said that right, she's just gonna sit up there and relax. I happen to be, there she is. Oh, that's dope. I happen to be a federally licensed falconer as well, and the birds I hunt with are Harris hawks. I joke around and call them flying dogs, which is not really very nice of them. They're really used to working cooperatively.
She's beautiful.
She's a pretty... Here's a peregrine falcon. It's a pretty famous bird of prey. Unfortunately, one of the reasons the peregrines are so famous is they've been on the endangered species list for about 30 years. They were actually one of the first birds to be put on the endangered species list back in the 1970s. You guys know how peregrines became endangered in the first place? It was the overuse of a pesticide called DDT. Now wait a minute. How in the world is putting poison on plants to kill bugs mess with a 200-mile-an-hour falcon that doesn't eat insects? Well, peregrine falcons eat other birds. Birds eat insects, insects eat plants. You put poison on the plants, works up the food chain, affects peregrine falcons. When it rains, that same poison gets washed into creeks and streams, affects the fish. Bald eagles and ospreys eat fish. Boom, they're on the endangered species list. How bizarre is that? We put poison on plants to kill bugs, and it messes with our national symbol. You bet it does. That's because in nature, everything is connected to everything else, and so are you. But before it was too late, people started doing something about it. Modern falconers got together with the government, with scientists, bred these birds in captivity, released the young into the wild, made DDT illegal, and it worked. It took 30 years. But the peregrine falcon is now doing so well, they've taken them off the endangered species list. Folks, that hardly ever happens. That's good news. Not just because we like them, not just because they get 200 miles an hour and eat pigeons. It's the top of the food chain, indicates environmental health. And like them, we all rely on a healthy environment. And with that in mind, I'd like to thank you folks very much to come on this beautiful day to see the bird show. If you'd like to come up and ask questions, you're more than welcome to. Just you guys stay on the ground level so she doesn't get scared, but you can get a close look, take your pictures. You have a wonderful day at the State Fair. Be safe. Thanks a lot for coming, folks.
I love this.
Am I allowed to talk in this?
You can talk, sure.
Oh.
You can be in it. Say hi, people.
Hey, people. I was going to say, have you seen pandas falling out of trees?
Like in real life, like videos of them.
Oh, I'm videos.
I thought that maybe that was a movie.
No.
It was falling out of trees. Look, there's some over there too. You know what? You want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
That lady right there was doing this to her little kid to get it to come to her. But she was doing, her hand was right at the iguana's mouth, or Komodo dragon or whatever, and it looked like it had a tongue sticking.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, this is perfect. We'll get over there. We'll get around to him in a minute. All right, you need to,
May get you with the bear.
you need to, no, you need to for the video. Perfect. She thought I was her mom. I was like, I think it was driving me.
I met in the front
I'm going to make you go stand over there.
Are you supposed to
go over there? You want to be in the picture?
Don't stab anybody with that. Oh, is that the dinosaur over there?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a dinosaur right there.
I think that's a dragon. Oh no, maybe it is a dinosaur. Well, let's see what the sign says, because it looks like a dragon to me. walk through it. How cool. This is awesome.
This has been an odd production. Thanks for watching.